Peacock, the tale of pride and humility. Please subscribe so you don't miss a new story. Once upon a time, in a vibrant and lush forest, there lived a magnificent peafowl named Percival. With feathers of the most brilliant blues and iridescent greens, he was known far and wide as the most beautiful bird in the entire forest. Percival strutted through the forest with his tail feathers fanned out, displaying his stunning plumage to anyone who cared to look. He reveled in the admiration he received from the other animals and took great pride in his appearance. The peacock's pride. As Percival's pride continued to grow, he became increasingly disconnected from the other animals in the forest. He believed that his beauty made him superior to them, and he often looked down on their simpler, less colorful lives. This arrogance led to loneliness and bitterness. One day, as Percival was basking in the sunlight and admiring his own reflection in the stream, a wise old owl named Oliver landed on a nearby branch. Oliver was known throughout the forest for his wisdom and gentle nature. He had seen many creatures like Percival before, creatures who thought too highly of themselves. Oliver hooted softly, catching Percival's attention. "Beautiful feathers are a gift, my friend, but they do not define your worth," he said in his calm, soothing voice. Percival was initially offended by Oliver's words but couldn't help but be drawn to the owl's wise presence. He decided to listen. Oliver continued, "True beauty is not just about what you look like on the outside, but about the kindness and humility you show to others." Percival felt a pang of guilt and regret. He had been so focused on himself that he had neglected the forest's beauty and the unique qualities of his fellow creatures. Slowly, the peacock began to change his ways. He started to appreciate the intricate patterns of a butterfly's wings, the graceful movements of a deer, and the sweet melodies of birds like Sophie. Over time, Percival began to make amends with the animals he had alienated. He offered his assistance in various tasks, like helping a squirrel gather acorns or protecting a nest of baby birds from a sneaky snake. As he humbled himself and embraced the beauty of the forest beyond his own feathers, the other creatures welcomed him back into their community with open hearts. Percival's transformation wasn't instant, but it was sincere. He learned that true beauty came from within, and it was in the act of selflessness and kindness that one's inner beauty could truly shine. The once proud peafowl became a respected and cherished member of the forest, admired not just for his feathers but for the beauty of his character. The humble friendship. Percival and Sophie's friendship deepened with each passing day. They spent their time exploring the forest, singing duets, and sharing stories of their adventures and dreams. Sophie's gentle and caring nature complemented Percival's newfound humility, and he cherished every moment he spent with her. One bright morning, Sophie shared a secret with Percival. "There is a place in this forest that is said to be the most beautiful spot of all," she whispered, her eyes twinkling with excitement. "It's called the Garden of Serenity, and they say it's a place of unparalleled beauty, where the most extraordinary flowers bloom." Percival's curiosity was piqued, and he suggested they embark on a journey together to find this magical garden. Sophie happily agreed, and they set off on an adventure, determined to discover the Garden of Serenity. Their journey was not without challenges. They faced treacherous paths, unpredictable weather, and encounters with other forest creatures. At times, they were tempted to turn back, but their friendship and shared determination kept them going. As they journeyed deeper into the forest, they encountered a group of animals who were struggling. A family of rabbits had lost their burrow in a storm, and they were shivering in the cold. Without hesitation, Percival and Sophie offered to help. They used their feathers to create a shelter for the rabbits and shared their food. Word of their kindness quickly spread through the forest, and animals from all walks of life came to lend a hand. Squirrels gathered nuts, birds provided twigs, and even the usually reclusive badgers pitched in. Together, they built the rabbits a cozy new burrow. Finally, after days of traveling and helping others, Percival and Sophie stumbled upon the Garden of Serenity. It was a place of breathtaking beauty, with flowers of every color imaginable, bathed in the soft light of the setting sun. The two friends were awestruck by the sight, but they realized that the true beauty of their journey lay not just in the destination but in the kindness they had shown along the way. As they sat in the garden, Percival turned to Sophie and said, "This garden is indeed beautiful, but I've come to realize that the beauty of our friendship and the kindness we've shown to others are even more precious." Sophie nodded in agreement, and they both understood that their adventure had taught them a valuable lesson. True beauty was not just in the places they visited or the feathers they wore, it was in the love, friendship, and compassion they had shared with their fellow creatures. Returning to their forest home, Percival and Sophie continued to sing their songs and cherish their friendship. They were no longer defined by their appearances but by the love and kindness in their hearts. Their journey had not only led them to the Garden of Serenity but had also brought the beauty of humility and compassion to their lives and the lives of all the animals in the forest. The transformation of the forest. As Percival and Sophie returned to their forest home, their transformation was evident to all who knew them. The other creatures of the forest noticed how the once arrogant peacock and the unassuming sparrow had become beacons of humility, kindness, and unity. Inspired by Percival and Sophie's example, the animals of the forest began to change as well. They started to appreciate each other's unique qualities and talents, realizing that true beauty was not limited to appearances. The forest became a place of harmony, where different species collaborated and celebrated their individuality. One by one, animals who had been isolated or misunderstood found companionship and acceptance. A wise old tortoise became the forest storyteller, sharing ancient tales of wisdom. A family of playful otters taught the art of teamwork and cooperation. The forest echoed with laughter, song, and shared experiences. The transformation was not only within the animals but also in the environment itself. The forest flourished as a result of the creatures working together. Trees grew taller, flowers bloomed more vibrantly, and the entire ecosystem thrived. But the most remarkable change was in the heart of Percival himself. His friendship with Sophie had not only humbled him but also deepened his understanding of beauty. He no longer sought admiration for his feathers but found joy in uplifting others. His melodious voice, which had been overshadowed by his pride, became a source of inspiration for the entire forest. As time passed, the legend of Percival and Sophie's journey spread far and wide. Other animals from neighboring forests came to visit, hoping to learn from their example. The Garden of Serenity, once a secret, became a place of pilgrimage for all creatures seeking the beauty of inner transformation. The moral of the tale had a lasting impact. Beauty is not confined to appearances but radiates from the heart. The forest, once a place of division and isolation, had become a vibrant community where every being was valued for their unique qualities and their capacity to show kindness to others. And so, the forest stood as a testament to the transformative power of humility, kindness, and unity. In the end, it wasn't just Percival and Sophie who had found their way to the Garden of Serenity. It was an entire forest and its inhabitants who had discovered the true meaning of beauty and had blossomed into a harmonious, thriving ecosystem of love and acceptance. The end. Don't forget to subscribe,